Welcome back, car dorks and virgins, to another Between Two Cars. Hopefully, you're enjoying your day, staying safe. Right now, there are a bunch of fires happening in California, so that'll give you an idea of where this was filmed timeline-wise. Anyways, today, we're going to be talking about the worst thing you can do if you're a car enthusiast. Bum, bum, bum. Buy a convertible. Don't do it. I'll explain why. If you're thinking about buying a convertible, don't do it. But first, a word from our sponsor. We don't have any sponsors, so I don't really know why I said that. Anyways, convertibles. Growing up, I used to like them. I used to think, oh, you're living the dream with a convertible. You're a baller, you're a boss, you're a cool guy. And I do think there are good convertibles. I do think there are cars that pull off convertibles better than others. And then I do think that there are cars that pull off convertibles way, way worse than others. They're abominations and they should be burned right on site. Just light them on fire. You're doing the owner a favor. Make them go buy a coupe. Let's talk about reasons why you don't want a convertible. Reason numero uno. They look stupid. Most cars look worse as a convertible. Simply put, it fucks up the car's body lines. You look at a car's silhouette, and some cars have iconic silhouettes. The Mustang, the Corvette, two great examples. Now, when you destroy that by cutting the roof off, you lose a lot of the shape of a vehicle. I don't think there is a wimpier car you can drive than a convertible Mustang. Convertible Mustangs, in my opinion, look, and I don't like using this word, they look gay. I have gay friends, so don't be upset at that, but they look gay. I don't think they look cool. Nothing wrong with gays, because they usually have better style than most people, but they just look lame. There's no other way I could put that. You guys understand. It is what it is. Whenever I see a convertible Mustang, I think that has to be a college girl's car. That's just my instant thought. It has to be the college girl's car. It has to be like, if you think back, I don't know why. Maybe it's because of the movie White Chicks or Mean Girls or something. Someone has a convertible Mustang or something. And I swear to God, it's in one of those movies. And it just looks so fucking lame. Like, it looks like girls would hop in that shit, go to the mall, and get railed afterwards or whatever. In my opinion, they just look lame. There are very few cars that I think can pull off a convertible look. And there are some cars, like I said, that can, but most of the time, they can't. So that is rule number one. Reason number one. Reason number two. I don't think they can pull it off. And they make your car heavier and have worse weight distribution and just worse handling. And they're just... If you're a car enthusiast, you don't want a convertible. I don't know how many times I can say this. Don't get a convertible. When you chop the roof off of a vehicle, and this goes, I think, for Targas as well, you have to strengthen the frame because now you don't have anything connecting the top parts. Let's do a demonstration really quick with sticks or screwdrivers. Maybe we could use some screwdrivers. 1 second as I grab a couple. Here's one, and this is two. I want two similar length ones. Anyways, here we go. Imagine this is your frame as a convertible, okay? You have two parallel lines going, okay? So your car would be driving like this, but for this demonstration, I'm going to tip it like this. When you turn up and down curves, your frame is going to flex like that. You see that? You see how this one is tilted and this one isn't? That's what happens when you have a convertible. They twist. So your frame is weaker because you're chopping off. I'm going to grab a couple more screwdrivers, which probably won't work in this demonstration, but maybe it will. Maybe it will. Here's one. Oops. If these two pieces were connected by the A pillars and the C pillars or B pillars, depending on what kind of car you have, now they can't twist. It's a very bad demonstration, but you get what I'm saying. They can't twist in the middle because they're connected now. So that flex goes to both of them. They are rigid. They are stiff. They will not flex. That's why, reason in my opinion, biggest reason, you don't want a convertible. Your chassis, your frame is needing to be reinforced, and that will make your car heavier. It's not going to, like I said, handle well. It's just not a solid vehicle. Where a car with a roof, this is a solid vehicle. I could shake the whole thing by shaking this pillar alone. You see that? Can't do that with a convertible. You have a soft top. You can't do that. And you definitely don't want to be in a rollover crash with a soft top. So reason number 3, safety. If you are out there having fun in the twisties, I think the worst thing that can happen to you is you go off the edge. But imagine going off the edge with a piece of fabric above your head. Now, yes, you hope to have a roll bar, but I think a roof and a roll bar would be much better. To be honest, a roof isn't going to save you, mostly because it's a tin can, but a roll bar and a roof, now your odds are a little bit better. So reason number 1, they look bad. Reason number 2, heavier and weaken your performance. Reason number 3, safety. Drew, what's reason number 4? They fucking look bad. Look at the cars. I know we covered this, but I need to reiterate, they look bad. Drop top convertible Corvettes look fucking lame. You look like you're going to bingo in those things. Don't even get me started on the worst one of them all. Drop top 350Zs? You're fucking dead to me. You made the dumbest choice by buying a drop top 350Z. I like how the 350Z silhouette looks. It's a big, fat, round vehicle. It's kind of cool looking. It looks like something out of the 2000s. You know what looks fucking stupid? When it's a fucking big pill and then you have this little bump right in the middle. That's what the 350Z from the side looks like with a soft top. You have a pill-shaped body, just a big cylinder, and then you have a little bubble. That's all. It looks so fucking stupid. I don't know anybody that would want to drive that around. And if you were driving that around and you think it looks cool, you are compensating. You know the hardtop looks better. Now let's talk about where I can get my proof from that soft tops are lame. Even Miata owners don't want a soft top. They want the hard top. Those cars are roadsters. And the whole point of it is being able to put up and down your top on the go whenever you want. But they prefer the hard top still. That should be proof alone. If Miata owners know what's up, then you should know what's up. Miatas, I think, are one of the exceptions where that car, I think, looks fine as a soft top because that's how 90% of them are. Same with S2000s. I think that's another car that looks fine as a soft top. But if your car is primarily offered in hardtop, then get a hardtop. Just do it. I'm so happy that this car, sorry, I'm like scratching a pimple. I'm so happy that this car isn't a Targa for all of the reasons I just mentioned. Some people would look at that as a downside. I have never once wanted a Targa top, even on the Supra. I wanted a coupe from day one because everybody that I know that has a Supra with a soft top, not a soft top, a Targa top, the body creaks. The body flexes. When you go up and down driveways, you hear, and it just sounds fucking bad. I like my cars being as solid as possible. I do live in California, and yeah, it would be cool to take the top off and fucking do all that fucking shit, but yeah, no, I prefer having a hard top. Now, again, maybe if I was some ripped surfer dude that pulls bitches, maybe, but I'm not. So that's fine. I know my place. I also have very pale skin, so taking the top off of anything wouldn't do well. Anywho, yeah, just don't. Now let's talk about some cars that can. I already mentioned the Miata, I already mentioned the S2000. Some exotics, I think, can pull the soft top look. I'm not a huge fan of most of them. I don't like really how Huracans look with a soft top, but some of these hard top, soft top convertibles, some of these eggshell convertibles, these clamshell convertibles, I think they can pull it off. Some BMWs are like that. I think they can pull it off. If you have a hard convertible, a hard top convertible, I think it works. I think it can work. Yes, you still suffer in some areas, but for the most part, you retain how the car looks, you retain the solidness, Yes, you're still going to be heavier. Yes, there's still going to be motors and you're still going to be sacrificing weight and stuff like that and performance. But I think for the most part, if you are going to get a convertible, let's say you're dead set on getting a convertible, find one that is at least a hardtop convertible, like a BMW. Not many other cars have that, but I know BMWs are one of the few that do, so a BMW would be a great option. Looking at BMWs. Some cars, weirdly enough, I think look decent with the top down because they do some clever tricks to make it look more complete. The 6th gen Camaro, I think, is one of those that can pull it off slightly. Now hear me out. Most cars, when the soft top gets folded, you see the ugly fucking mess of the top and it just looks fucking stupid. The 6th gen Camaro has a compartment that encloses it and it looks like somebody genuinely removed the top. And it reminds me of a shoe. That's my I don't know, that's my reasoning. It looks like a shoe and I like it. If you don't know what I'm talking about, go look at a drop top 6th gen Camaro. Again, I would still prefer a hard top, but I remember when I was working at the dealership and I would put down the tops, I was like, this ain't so bad. It looks kind of cool. It looks better than a Mustang with a soft top. So, yeah, I still wouldn't buy one, but it's an option. Definitely an option. Now, if you're a car enthusiast but you don't care about performance, should you buy a soft top? I would still say no. The cars with soft tops just genuinely don't look as good. So even if you're buying like, hey Drew, I just want a car that I can go to car meets in, I still wouldn't buy a soft top, genuinely. If you're like, I'm getting an EcoBoost, should I get an EcoBoost soft top? The answer is still fucking no. Soft tops just don't look good. I have never seen one soft top race car and thought to myself, that's cooler than the hardtop version. Never. There's a handful of soft top Terminator Cobras, and I guarantee every single one of the owners wishes they had a hardtop one. I guarantee it. I don't care if it's the fastest car in the world. I guarantee they pray that one day Santa Claus will just come and bring them a hardtop. I guarantee it. I guarantee it. So, yeah, that's my view on it. I think I'm right. I know it's just my opinion. I know it's just my view, but I think I have the right opinion and the right view. So, what are some other cars? Let's talk about some cursed soft top vehicles. The PT Cruiser, one of the worst cars ever created. Although I do have an awkward likeness towards them because my mom had one and she had the turbo model and it was a fun vehicle to drive if I'm being quite honest. That car came with a soft top. There was a soft top option that turned the PT Cruiser, a 4-door hatchback, into a 2-door convertible. Yeah, talk about fucking cursed. That was one of the worst decisions ever, especially from fucking Dodge. Dodge isn't known to have great just reliability, so throwing a soft top on an already dog shit vehicle, not a great move. That car was so bad that in order to get to the battery, you had to remove the wheel and the wheel liner. That fucking sucks. I remember she asked me one day if I would change her battery, and I was like, yeah, no problem. I'd change your battery. And this is back when I was like an amateur. I had a V6 Mustang. I knew very little. She asked me if I could change it, and I said, yeah, sure, why not? I don't see why not. It's a couple 10 millimeters most of the time, and it'll slide right out. Little did I fucking know, it was under the wheel or in front of the wheel on the driver's side. It was a fucking nightmare to get to. It was the dumbest thing ever. Mopars, Chrysler, Dodge, they fucking suck. So them making a drop top, lame as hell. I know for a fact though, if they had a drop top Challenger, it would sell like hotcakes. I know for a fact. I just know you would see those bitches everywhere in Florida and in California. Them drop tops would be fucking everywhere. I am surprised they never did a drop top convertible Challenger, because that thing would sell like crazy. What's another car? The Nissan Murano, an SUV drop top. Does it convert it to a coupe as well? I low-key need to look this up really quick. I will be kind of impressed if it does. So, Nissan Murano convertible. Here we go. Shopping. No. Definitely not shopping for one. It does convert it to a coupe. It does. It turns a SUV into a coupe. That's fucking crazy. You know how annoying that would be? The Cross Cabriolet. That is crazy. Imagine buying an SUV for the convenience of being able to load your kids into the back, and then you have to put down your seat every time your fucking kid wants to get out to take a goddamn shit on a road trip. That sounds horrible. That sounds god awful. I'm going to look up some other of the worst convertibles ever. Ugliest convertibles ever. Here we go. The Nissan Murano is sitting right there at number 18, so that's a good one. Chrysler Sebring convertible. So my brother actually had a Chrysler Sebring convertible. I think that was the first convertible my family ever had, and I thought it was the coolest thing ever because I didn't even have a license yet. And it sucked. It genuinely sucked. He broke the window a couple times on accident, just folding it. The vinyl would start to tear after a while, and it would fade, and it was just a maintenance nightmare. Once again, Chrysler product being a Chrysler product, so it is what it is. But yeah, I remember he went through like 2 windows. Some of them were, I think, his fault, but I think some of them just shattered on their own. One of them, like, he folded it, and he had a skateboard in that little compartment where it's supposed to go, and it just shattered up against the skateboard. I honestly think it should be similar to a normal window where if it detects something in the compartment, it shouldn't keep folding, but I guess that's user error, so it is what it is. Geo Metro convertible. I give that one a pass. That one doesn't look so bad. Oh, you know what I fucking hate? Fox bodies. Fox body convertibles, go fuck yourself. I hate those. PT Cruiser convertible. Yep, that's just as bad as I remember it. The Gallardo Spider. I kind of give the Gallardo a pass on that. I don't like the Huracan Spider, but the Gallardo Spider I think is kind of a vibe. I'll give a Gallardo Spider a pass. The Chevy SSR. I will not accept SSR slander in here. The car's already ugly enough. At least give it the benefit of the doubt of having a hardtop convertible. I think that is one of the few features on it that is worth it. I actually wanted to buy an SSR for a while because I thought it would be a pretty cool build, and then I looked up just how much they weigh and how little power they make and just how much they cost. They're not super expensive by any means, but I couldn't justify it. Could not justify it, so I didn't. But I thought it would be so sick to build like a twin turbo SSR or something like that. I thought it would be sick. Maybe I'll do it in the future. I am looking at getting another truck. The Dodge 400 convertible, that's an older car, don't really mind it. The Dodge Viper convertible, how do I feel about that? I don't hate it because in Tokyo Drift, that one's a convertible, and it looks kind of cool. But yeah, like especially the last gen, that shit just looks so sick as a coupe. I can't imagine wanting a convertible version. So yeah, I'm going to say hardtop on that as well. You need a hardtop on that. The Triumph Stag. My bad, I bit my lip. The Yugo convertible. These are some cars that we don't get here. Oh, this is one that's a fucking eyesore every time I see it. The Land Rover Range Rover Evoque Cabriolet. Why? Can we stop making these SUVs convertibles? Can we please stop doing that? The Nissan Murano was already a fucking dog shit example of what you shouldn't do, and then you have this piece of shit rolling around. Why? When will people learn? Nobody wants that. Who is buying that? Who is buying, like, what is the appeal? I'm trying to think what the appeal would be. Hey, do you want the inconvenience of having a coupe while driving a giant SUV? Yeah, I do actually. Geez, that sounds great. I would love that. Yeah, that just sounds horrible. Cadillac, Alante, whatever. This is one that I actually don't mind. The Buick Cascada. I hope I pronounced that correctly. Once again, it just looks like a shoe. And I don't know why, when they look like a shoe, when they look like I could stick my foot in it, I like it. I think that has a decent silhouette as is. I don't mind that. And I remember back when I used to work at Chevy, one of my first days there, I was working at the Buick dealership, and I was looking at the car and I was like, I had a thought to myself. I was like, this is cheaper than a Mustang. Maybe I'll just buy this because it didn't look that bad. So I'm actually kind of curious how these are now. Like, what are the price range on a Buick Cascada? Because they got to be dog shit cheap right now, right? Like, ain't nobody reselling those for a pretty penny. Anyone that bought that probably died of COVID. My condolences to you, but let me come pick up your Buick. Dodge Dakota convertible. I don't think that's all that bad. I think that's actually a cool looking truck as a convertible. Yeah, those are some of the worst ones. I don't know if I would consider a Wrangler a convertible. Like, yeah, you can remove it, but it keeps the body line the same, and you can remove the hardtop one too. So I don't really consider that a convertible, and I think it would get a pass anyways, just because of the history behind the Wrangler and stuff like that. So the Jeep in general. Let's see if there's another list. The Murano. I guarantee it's going to be a lot of the similar cars. Sebring, yeah. The Crossfire was also a pretty bad one. Or I think this one only came in convertible. Maybe I'm wrong. The Saturn Sky. Did that ever come in a hardtop? Oh, the Mini convertibles? Mini Cooper convertibles have to be some of the ugliest shit too. I'm sorry. It looks so janky. I'm looking at the photo of it right now. And being that this is on my lazy editing channel, I'm not going to throw in a photo of it. But just type in Mini Cooper convertible, and it looks so fucking bad. I hate that shit. Chevrolet SSR. Yeah. The Nissan Merca. I don't know. We don't get that here. I don't want to. Oh, they put the MX-5 NC on here? Blasphemy. How dare they? I don't think that one's all that bad. PT Cruiser, Cadillac. Oh my God, don't even get me started with this bitch. The Lexus SC430. There isn't a fucking angle on this car that looks good, but when you take the top off, it's even worse. It's even fucking worse. Don't know how they managed to do that, but they did. God-awful vehicle. Why would they do that? Chevy Corvette, they show a first gen as well, which I think honestly it looks fine. Yeah, it looks kind of like a Cat in the Hat mobile, but I honestly don't think the first gen Corvette looks all that bad drop top. I think it looks fine. But whatever. Pontiac Sunfire convertible. Well, they don't show one, but I didn't know that these came in convertibles. That one has a roof scoop, so sick roof scoop. Shout out Pontiac. Rover 100, Volkswagen Beetle. Beetle gets a pass. Once again, though, the only people buying that car are like college girls. There's no dudes buying a convertible Beetle. Sorry, it's just not happening. Another Yugo, Geo Metro, Mini Moki. Don't know what the fuck that is. Saab 900, Volkswagen EOS. The EOS comes in a convertible? It's giving me that Buick Cascade vibes. Doesn't look that great, though. The Lincoln Town Car. Can you genuinely buy that in a convertible? It shows one, but it's still a sedan, which is weird. Oh my God, the Cadillac XLR. The failure of a vehicle all around, but yeah, convertible even worse. Even fucking worse. There's a lot of bad cars on here. A lot of them are American. So some of the foreign cars can actually pull it off. Jaguar F-Type. Yeah, that's just pretty bad. I like the Cappuccino. Ford Mustang EcoBoost. I like how they specified EcoBoost. 5.0s, though, in convertibles aren't much better. Chrysler Crossfire.